Hey folks, it's Brian and Brandon here. We're going to do a little pre-drywall video for you, just to show you where some of the utility locations are, some of the things that you're going to want to see on the house on the inside and the outside, where the shutoffs are, things like that, just so that you can get a look at the house before we start to drywall everything, because then some things kind of get, get behind the walls, behind the drywall, and you can't really tell where things are. So we're going to start right out front. You got a water meter here. This is going to be, there's going to be some landscaping and stuff here, so this isn't quite so noticeable, and it will be down at grass level, but this is where the water company will come out, and then we'll read your meter once a month, and then there's a main line that runs into the house to get water in. We also have a little green box, a couple of green boxes here. One is for telecommunications for your internet stuff, so that'll get tied off and go into the house. The other one is your electric transformer. So the utilities run underground at the street, and then there's a transformer there that splits that power to run to your house and to the neighbor's house as well. Coming on up to the front porch, there will be a light above the, in the porch area as well. Doorbell on there for you, and there is going to be a power outlet here as well, so you will have some outlet out for the front of the house. This tube right here, this is a chase tube for your internet, telecommunications, telephone wires, fiber optics, stuff like that if you want to. There will be a waterproof box on here, but we don't want any companies that have to come in and drill any new holes in the siding. So we provide a chase tube, and that chase tube, this will get cut back flush with the box. But it's basically so whenever they have to run a wire or a line or something into the house, they can tie it off onto this end and pull it through on the inside and get that internet connection right into the house. And I'll show you where that goes on the inside when we get into there. Moving one step back on this panel, we have the meter base. So this is where your electric meter is going to be. The electric company will come out. It's Santee Cooper in this neighborhood. They will come out and read your meter once a month. We do have a couple of vent boxes. You can see up there, they do have little flapper doors on the inside. Those are for your bath fans. So when your bath fan is on, that flapper door will open up so that that humid air can get out. And then when you shut the bath fan off, those doors close, so that way the house is sealed up and you don't have to worry about bugs or dirt getting in. There is also some slinky vents at the top, and those are bath fans and things like that as well that are going to be cut back, and they'll get cut flush with the siding. There is also a drain tube above that window, and that is intentional. So when your air conditioning system runs, it creates condensation. There is a main condensation drip line on the other side of the house that we'll see in just a second, but that is a secondary backup system. So if that first drain ever gets clogged or stops working for whatever reason, that way you don't get water spillage into the house, that secondary drain will drip onto that window to alert you. You'll start to see those drips on the window. You can say, hey, I have an issue with my HVAC system, I better get somebody out here, or try to unclog that primary line. Moving towards the rear of the house, we do have two hose stub outs for you, or two hose bibs. So there is one on this back corner that'll reach this side of the house, and then also a normal length hose will reach the backyard as well. The other one we put on the caddy corner, so it'll reach to the front yard, and we'll show you that one here in just a second. We do have, sorry, I'm standing in front of it. We do have power out here on the back. There will be a patio poured here as well. We just don't pour patios and driveways till a little bit later in the process because we don't want those to get damaged. But there will be power out here for that. There is also power out here for a light fixture as well, so you will have light on the back porch. Moving around to the other side of the house, we kind of got a lot of stuff going on here. This is where your HVAC condenser is going to be. So this is the outside portion of the air conditioning unit. It will sit here, it ties in with these copper lines. There will also be a disconnect here, and this powers that outside unit. Kind of looks like a big square radiator with a big fan in the middle. Power for that unit as well. And then this is that main drip line that I was telling you about. So when your air conditioning system is running, there is a unit inside the house up in the attic that works in conjunction with this unit. And this is supposed to drip a little bit when your air conditioning is running. It's sucking all that moisture out of your space. do also have a plumbing pipe here. It will not stick up this tall. When we get the final grading done and the grass gets put in, they will trim this pipe down and put a cap on it. These pipes, you'll see there's 2 or 3 of those on your property. Those are going to be plumbing cleanouts. So if you do get some type of drain stoppage, you can call the water company. They'll come out and they'll flush these lines that are underneath your foundation to clear those things so that you don't have drain blockages. We do have a couple more of those vents on the side as well with the flapper doors. Here we have your main gas stub out. So the gas company is Dominion Energy in this market. They will come out, again, it's an underground service. They'll come out and they'll trench in an underground line, and they will install a meter right here that will connect to this. And this is what supplies the natural gas to the house for the furnace heater in the attic, for the stove, and also for the hot water heater. The hot water heater is going to be right in this area. So we see a couple of pipes and things sticking out here. So the hot water heater, it is a tankless unit, so it will never run out. Whenever there's a call for heat, it will take cold water in from this line, and it will burn the gas on there to create the hot water and flow back out into the house in this space. So 10 people can take a shower all in a row. Makes no difference. You will always have hot water and you will not run out. So it's a great service for the tenant. Here is that other hose bib that we were talking about. So you have one on this side, which will reach this side of the house, and then also extend out to the front yard and into the driveway. We'll have a light above the garage as well, and the driveway will be, of course, in front of the garage. Moving along into the garage space, a lot of folks always ask about hanging shelves or cabinetry, things like that in the garages. I always say try to stay away from this exterior wall if possible, just because there is a lot going on. We have that water line in here for the hose bib. This is where your breaker panel is going to be. If you do triple light, or triple breaker or something like that, this is where your breaker is going to be. And you can see we got a lot of wiring. Pretty much goes straight up from this area, but there is some additional wiring down here as well. So really important if you're going to hang stuff on this wall to make sure that you're not getting into the things that you don't want to get into. And then we also have those gas lines and the water lines that come in for the tankless water heater, which is going to be down right there. So that wall is kind of a busy wall. This wall, we have 1/2-inch OSB, and then we're going to have plywood on top of this as well, so you'll always have a solid inch of material. And then there's also studs every 16 inches on center in this wall as well. So this is a great wall to hang stuff onto. And of course, you can see the other interior wall. We do not have too much as far as electric and stuff like that going on there. We do have an outlet there, so there is one line, but not a whole lot going on in this area. Just be mindful that this is your main water coming in, where we saw that meter on the outside. It comes up from the underground. And this is your main water shut-off. Pretty much runs straight up and down. So if you did want to hang something on this wall, just be mindful if you're above or below that water shut-off. We do have some blue cables there. It's going to be for the garage door opener. Moving on to the inside. All right, so moving into the house. When we come in from the garage, we're right into the laundry area, so we can see you have your dryer vent, which goes up here. It makes a 90-degree and goes straight out that wall there. We do have some power for that. And then also the water line and drain hookup for the wash machine. Okay. Coming into the kitchen area, there is a lot going on in the kitchen wall. Of course, there's going to be cabinetry. So we put some extra blocking in on the base so that they have something to tie the base cabinets into. And then also some extra blocking at the top. So that way when they're hanging these cabinets, they are getting straight into these 2x6s so that they have a firm foundation to nail to. We do have a water line here, so the refrigerator is going to be right in this area, so we have a water hookup for that. We do have various outlets going all around, which are going to be your countertop outlets. We have a gas line, which basically comes straight down. This is where your stove is going to be. It is going to be a natural gas stove. There is also some plumbing in this line because it shares that wall with your master bath, which we're going to walk right around into. Coming in nice big master area here, of course, double outlets on the walls, so you can kind of put your bed wherever you like. There is some dedicated hardwired lines as well, so you can hardwire your TVs. There's one for the great room on that side, also one in here as well. Coming into the master bath, we have nice big walk-in, lots of shelf space there on the shower side. We got double vanities in here, so there's going to be a lot of cabinetry and counter space and 2 sinks there. And then this is that media panel that I was telling you about. So your cable lines in the master bedroom and in the great room, those are hardwired into this cable, and then also this orange chase tube that we saw on the outside. So when you do have your internet provider come, they can attach to that wire on the outside, pull it right through that tube, and it's going to come right into this panel right here. We keep this box plastic so that you can put your Wi-Fi router or your modem in your Wi-Fi signal. Everything will get out of this box because it's not metal, it is plastic. So you can set everything right in here. You have your 120 power. They can hook everything right up in this box. There will be a nice door that closes in there, and then it'll all be kept nice and neat in the master closet, which is quite large. So tons of space in here. So and there will be shelving and stuff like that too. That is also included with Lennar. Everything's included. All right, we're going to kind of make our way around. The master suite is pretty large, so it does have its own HVAC return. So there will be a filter in there that you do want to replace either monthly or every other month, depending on, some folks are a little bit more sensitive with allergies and things like that. Nice big great room, big open floor plan. Nice big pantry in this area as well, quite large, so tons of room. We do have also the little powder room. Underneath we can see where the sink, little vanity and stuff is going to be there, and of course toilet on this side. Big open foyer, nice big 3 lights up there, letting a lot of natural light. Open half wall, nice big winding staircase up into the loft area, which has a half wall as well. The main HVAC return we can see is in this space here, so it will pull air from upstairs, but it'll also pull from that nice big open foyer. So it is going to also pull air from downstairs as well. So this will be the main filter that you do want to change once a year. We have a lot of bedrooms upstairs. Not too much as far as utilities and things like that up here. There are some pretty big closets. Some of the closets do have a little corner, so there will be a corner here of drywall. And folks always wonder if they could take that out, but there is some of the HVAC ductwork to push that air conditioning downstairs is in those corners. So that's why some of the closets have a little corner in there. Guest bath upstairs. So as you walk in, there's going to be the sink there, and there will be you'll have a more table space there. Then also the tub unit itself and toilet there as well. Looking up here in this hallway upstairs, there will be attic access right here, and then your HVAC unit is mounted up there. So if you do ever have to have your HVAC unit serviced, this is where the little push-up door will be, so that the workers can get up there to those mechanicals. And then of course you have your other bedrooms and some big closets there as well. So not too much in the upstairs walls, just a little bit of electric and a little bit of plumbing around where the bathrooms and stuff is there. The primary things that we really want you to see is that kitchen wall, so that you can see all of the things in there, and the garage wall that we went over where the breaker panel is, and the things for the water heater and the hose. So I hope that this is a little bit informative for you, so you kind of get to see things before we put all the walls up. Drywall is coming very soon. And it'll start to look a whole lot different once we get that in there. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Brian or myself. We'll take a couple pictures if there's anything in particular you wanted to see. Otherwise, we'll keep you updated going forwards as soon as we get drywall in there. Thanks, guys.